Hello and welcome back. Now we have a good shooter game going with lots and lots of different features, and it's time to create an actual level where we design the gameplay so that it's fun and that it works in a progressive manner. Now, in order to design levels, it's important to have some tools that make things easier, and it's even better when those tools are free. Now, I have the marketplace open here, and in the permanently free collection, there are an abundance of tools, and one of them I'm going to recommend is the SuperGrid Starter Pack. That's this right here. If you click on it, you'll see that the SuperGrid Starter Pack is a project that has some tools that you can use to easily create levels, and these levels can be used as prototypes. Some of them even look good enough to just use as a level if you wanted to. Well, I'm going to create this project, and I recommend that you do the same if you're going to follow along with this video and use these tools. We're going to use this SuperGrid Starter Pack to prototype a level, and then we'll use some of the assets from the assets packages that we've downloaded earlier on in this course and actually replace those prototype geometries with actual. So go ahead and create this project, and when you're done, you'll have it in your library as an actual game project, and you're going to want to open that up. So pause this video, download SuperGrid Starter Pack, and open it up, and we'll start prototyping a level. Okay, so once you've opened up the SuperGrid Starter Pack, you'll be presented with this default level. It's sort of a walkthrough level that explains some of the features that exist in this starter pack. And so you can walk through this if you like, if you want to get the most out of this. You can see that there are quite a lot of different things here. But what I'd like to use this for is its easy prototyping features. Now, if you go into SuperGrid/Starter Pack/Source/Meshes, you'll see that there are some meshes here that we can use to prototype a level. I'm going to go ahead and go to File and New Level and click Default. And this will give us the default level here. Now, in the content folder, I'm going to right-click and select New Folder and call this Prototypes. And this current level we just created, I'm going to hit File and Save Current As, and save this into Prototypes and call this Shooter Prototype. Now we have a prototype level, and we can use some of these mesh tools in this project to help box out a level. Now I'm going to show you why these are so useful. Go ahead and take one of these, take the SuperGrid box and drag it out onto the ground here. Now, if you hit R for the scale tool and you begin to scale this out, you'll see that it scales out in boxing increments. And not only that, but as you keep scaling it out, you can very easily see exactly how much you've scaled it out to, because each big box increment is visible. So you can very easily box out a definite number of units, and this makes prototyping very easy. Now, if we create a box that's 2 big units high, then we can very easily place a staircase here. So here's the SuperGrid stairs. If we drag that out and we hit E and rotate this by 90 degrees, of course I have snapping on, then we can move this staircase over and align it up with this box. And then if we hit R and scale it, we'll see that scaling this out and up gives us the exact size we need for this staircase, and we can very easily scale it out to double the size very quickly without worrying about how many increments we're snapping by, thanks to the pattern on the mesh. And then we can just move it over. So this is going to make prototyping a shooter level very, very easy. So now that we have this Shooter Grid Starter Pack, and we've created this shooter prototype level. In the next video, we're going to block out some geometry for our first basic level for this shooter game. And once we've blocked out the geometry, well, then we can migrate our prototype level over to our shooter project and replace the basic geometry with actual assets from some of those asset packages that we've downloaded and imported into our shooter project. So we'll get started with some level prototyping in the next video. I'll see you then.